Welcome to this second vlog about skills versus capacities in agility and speed. Although one might assume that being faster in straight running could be beneficial in agility or change of direction speed, there is evidence of limited transfer between maximum speed and agility. For an athlete to become better in agility or change of direction speed, the training should be movement specific and sport specific. In the first part of this vlog, I am going to analyze the performance of two soccer players, identify errors and their possible causes, and offer solutions for correcting them. I am only going to assess movement patterns, but in a setup which includes key movement combinations usually seen in a soccer match. Therefore, I have removed the reaction to stimuli or anticipation aspects, since by definition, change of direction speed is the ability to change direction and velocity in a pre-planned movement, although I am aware that training that employs structural and intended movement patterns may not be advantageous to most sports. With this in mind, I designed a test which I call the arrow test, incorporating various movement patterns and degrees of direction change. Watching the first athlete performing the test, one can easily notice how he starts running. He leans forward at a 45-degree angle, which is the ideal angle for acceleration. He then starts getting upright as he gains speed, and later prepares his body for deceleration by placing his feet heel first ahead of him, thus increasing the braking forces on himself in preparation for change of direction. He lowers the center of mass as he prepares to change direction again. He flexes the hips and plants the right foot a bit close to his left foot though. The knee drive towards the new direction could be a little bit higher. Taking a closer look at the athlete perform the change of direction in isolation, the points mentioned earlier can be seen better. At this point, I decided to give the athlete some verbal feedback regarding foot placement, so he could have a wider base of support prior to changing direction. It is visible that the athlete managed to open the base by planting his last step further away, which in turn resulted in greater braking forces and the ability to change direction even faster. Finally, I give the athlete some more verbal and visual feedback about the push-off, triple extension, and the knee drive, which he immediately managed to grab and perform the skill well. It was clear to me that this athlete was never made aware of the proper technique which one must use when changing direction at speed. With the right feedback and the appropriate cues, he could perform the skill correctly, as seen on the before and after video at the end. The second athlete is a football player too, who is still recovering from a mild ankle sprain which he suffered 2 weeks before this video was taken. Although the pain and swelling has disappeared, she still looks afraid to put pressure on her injured foot, which is the right foot. A visible strategy she is employing to protect her ankle stretching beyond control is an overall reduction of speed, especially at the parts of the text where she needs to change direction. Lack of speed is also visible as she does not feel the need to put her feet too much forward or flex the hips for better deceleration. She can easily turn without them. One can easily notice the difference between her changing direction on the right and on the left side. On her injured side, the base is very narrow. She doesn't put too much pressure on her right foot. In comparison to the left side, the base is wider and she pushes more with the left leg. We can easily see that The lack of speed is visible here, as the athlete doesn't need to go down, to bend down prior to change of direction to decelerate. She is still upright at a more than 60-degree angle when changing direction. Not much could be done about this skill at this point in time because of the athlete's state of mind, except for giving her some ankle strengthening exercises with TheraBand and balance cushion as well. After another couple of weeks, the athlete was prescribed some more demanding exercises, such as jumps. We started with double leg jumps, progressing to single leg jumps in all directions, followed by bounding on a straight line and later on a diagonal pattern. So by addressing the lack of capacity of this athlete at this point in time, I presume that her ability to return to her previous skill state will not be as difficult as it seems right now that she is injured. In the second part of this vlog, I shall analyze the performance of two throwers in the straight leg running drill. As mentioned, they are not sprinters, but they both use this drill during their general warm-up, therefore they are familiar with the drill, but I never analyze the proper technique of executing it correctly. Athlete 1 is a very strong discus thrower who lacks coordination in performing this drill. His major issue is the heel touching the ground during foot contact. Reason being, it seems to be the huge positive touchdown distance when the feet strikes the ground. After identifying the error, we worked on isolating the faulty part of it, which is the foot strike. I told the athlete to perform some repetitions of foot striking underneath his center of mass while standing with one foot at a time. Later, the same exercise was performed on alternating feet, hoping that it would transfer when running. The athlete was also made aware of other mistakes as well, like the lack of dorsiflexion before foot strike, pushing with hips and feet upwards instead of forward, and inadequate use of arms when running. After some practice sessions, the athlete is seen to have improved his skill. By placing the feet closer to the perpendicular center of mass, in other words, reducing the touchdown distance, his heels did not touch the ground anymore. The athlete 2 is a young hammer thrower who again appears to have the same difficulty as the previous athlete, but her cause seemed to be different. The presenting error is again the heel touching the ground during the straight leg running drill. Although the touchdown distance for this athlete is correct, she seems to struggle in keeping the heel off the ground, suggesting a capacity issue such as lack of strength or stiffness in her ankle complex. For this reason, I suggested to her to perform some heel raises as homework and some double leg jumps and drop jumps from a low bench, which we usually do on track, for her to strengthen her calf muscles and stiffen the Achilles tendon, which seems to be a bit compliant. I also gave her some other auxiliary exercises, primarily for her hip mobility and ankle complex strengthening, such as hurdle walkovers, where she is cued to stay on the balls of the feet all the way. Just as the first couple of the athletes presenting seemingly the same technical issue, narrow base during the change of direction, even for the second pair of athletes, the mistakes seem to be the same one, heel touching the ground at foot strike. But only by identifying the causes of the technical faults, by going deeper into the problem, we would be able to help the athletes correct them and get better in their sports.